there's a wealth of information on this process and my machines in particular. Thank you, Kanye's version, for the donation on TikTok. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and get this started on Instagram here. What else do we need? We have Instagram. Let's see. All right, we're gonna go live on. Here we go. Cool. What's up, myself on YouTube? All right, we're gonna go live on Instagram too, guys. Let's see. Okay. So the machine is coming along well. Coming along really well. Let's see. Where should I go live on? Should I go live on Facebook? Maybe not. I think we'll. Yeah. Maybe so. Why not, right? What's up, Instagram? Okay, how come the minute Instagram starts, I see literally 5 people saying, "Hey, Daddy, oil up, Daddy Jab." See, y'all doing this too early because I haven't even started my introduction. Yet, and you guys are already doing this. What is wrong with y'all? I can't even introduce myself. What about all the people who don't know who I am, right? That just joined and they see, "What's up, Daddy?" They're gonna think they're on freaking some XXX live stream or something. Guys, come on. See, and you're over here saying oil up and stuff. See, y'all need to chill out. Yeah, exactly. Ricky, they need to chill out, man. Come on now, cause like I need to introduce myself. You guys have to warm up to me first before we can do that. Because, like here's the thing, right? Like how in the wintertime when it's cold, if you stretch too fast, it's like you're more likely to rip something or pull something. That's the same situation here, because these people are not warmed up to what we do, or this machine and such. So what's gonna happen is their jaw will be like popped, right? Because they're not warmed up, for my balls in their mouth yet. And that's all I'm saying. You said it warms up with that oil? But, yeah, you guys are funny, honestly. But, guys, guess what? The first waveguide, or the first magnetron, actually, is on the machine now. What is the magnetron? It's what creates the microwaves, okay? And it's on the machine. I'm going to have to move over to show you guys. But I want to show you. Okay. No, I'm not. See, I can't even respond to these comments on the Instagram. Some of them are completely. These Instagram comments, man. You guys are crazy. So look, this is the waveguide. This is the waveguide here, but now we have the actual magnetron, which is this. We have it mounted on there, right? I want to just do a little test fit, make sure it fit nice and snug in there. It does. So we have to do this 12 times. But guys, I remember we were on a live stream and I was asking you guys, I let you guys kind of vote. I was like, what should we do first? Should we build all of the waveguides because we need 12? Or should I build the blades first? And I decided I'm going to, at first I was like, we're going to build all the waveguides first, right? But then I actually decided, you know what? No. Let's build all of the blades first. Why? Here's the thing. I'll tell you why. Okay? You see this right here? This one little box. So simple. It took me over a day to build that. And that's me working with no breaks, okay? It takes a long time to build a single one of them. I need 12. Do the math. That's half a month at the low end to build all of these. And think about it. Since there's no blades, I can't really do anything until they're all done and then I go on to the blades. But if I built the blades, I could have just 1 or 2 in here and we can test run it. You know what I'm saying? Like, have some stuff to show in this long, arduous process of building 12 of these damn things, right? No, see, Bunny, that Bunny, you're really pushing it, man. You're really pushing it, that Bunny, because there will be some things happening to your esophagus if you don't chill out. Because I told you already. I told you guys to chill out. So now we're going to have to introduce the punishments, because that's the only thing that's clearly going to work, because you're not listening when I'm just asking nicely. You know, I asked nicely with courtesy and etiquette, you know what I'm saying? But you guys are just going off the rails, so there's going to have to be punishments in place. It's just that simple. I can't, you know, do anything about that, you know? See, and that's exactly why I keep all three of my cocks ready, so that way, if I need to, one is right down your esophagus, because you won't stop talking. I'm just saying. So anyways, with that being said, I decided I want to put the blades, because I know the blades, okay, they're going to be annoying to build, but these are very annoying to build. Like I know it looks like a box, and you're just like, oh my goodness, it's just a box. Trust me, it is. These are not easy to build. They take a long time, because you have to be specific, and then you have to drill holes specifically. So it's very a lot to do. So I decided blades first, because the blades at most are gonna take. Chris Garcia, he said, he sent me $1 on Cash App. He said, 1 second. I have my other phone here. He said, I believe in you for blessing. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, Chris Garcia, on Cash App. You said the stream is freezing. They said it is on Instagram too. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Every time, I tell you, without fail. So I'm the guy who's been watching since the grass pyrolysis video. I've always been curious about your work, man. Oh, that's what's up, man. Oh, that's what's up. So yeah, you're an OG. You said it's coming along real quick. Yeah, guys. Like, since we got these things all welded together, at this point, it's just boom, boom, boom. But is Instagram really completely frozen? Because everybody's saying it's paused. Is it really frozen on Instagram? I guess it is, because everybody's leaving. Oh, well, I guess we got to restart it. All right, so we got to restart the Instagram, of course. You said I will be missed. Well, I don't have to be missed. That's the best part, because other people are going to do this too. Other people already are doing this. So I'm just one pillar holding up this building here, but there's many, many other pillars. You said I'm just skipping, but it's pretty bad on TikTok. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. Because sometimes TikTok will work fine. Yeah, TikTok freezing. Hey guys on YouTube, is YouTube good? Is YouTube freezing? Yeah, we just started the Instagram back up, because it had completely froze on people. Absolute bollocks in it. You know, you just try to be out here saying things, telling people what's up, and you get frozen or whatever. It looks like it's still frozen, actually. I think Instagram is still freezing. But you said YouTube is good. Okay, that's good. So TikTok is freezing. Instagram, I don't know what's going on. It's just not working. And then YouTube is the only one that is actually good. You said it's still bad on IG. Oh, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, okay. So at that point, I guess... Because look, memory, I'm on Instagram. Oh, here we go. Instagram finally kicked back in for me. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's really rough today. I might have to turn off the Wi-Fi here. It's really, really rough. Okay, here we go. So, the blades are going to take, I would say, about, at most, a week to build. At most. I think it'll be less. But it's going to take at most a week. But once the blades are done, because when I say that a week, that includes everything. That includes putting the blades, putting the shaft on there, installing the motor, like literally everything. But I already said that doing all 12 of these waveguides is going to be at the minimum half a month. We put the blades in there, and the blades are pretty much the only major mechanical thing that we need left, okay? Other than the magnetrons. So like I said, as soon as the blades are in there, we can start test running it, okay? Which means just simple, you know, obviously it's not going to be a full power run, but just showing, like, it's going to be so cool to show live. If my live, because you know what's crazy? We're already lagging now. Imagine when the microwaves turn on, right? The live stream will be lagging like crazy, but, you know, if we can if we can deal with that and get that sorted out, the good thing would be that that we can show it live. Just very basic runs of the plastic, like obviously showing the plastic go in because we have the feed here, with the glass. Once again, thanks to you guys and your donations on that one. And then showing the oil being made because we also have the pipe, the output pipe with glass on it as well. So Instagram is lagging really bad. Okay, and what's crazy? Usually Instagram is the best one. Like Instagram barely lags. I can't wait either. So that's why I'm like, let's just build these blades because even if we just have 2 of these in, that's enough to do a test run. That's enough to just show like, okay, it's running, it's working. It's cool. YouTube is perfect. TikTok just okay. So YouTube is good. Being in close proximity, do the microwaves affect you physically? They've never affected me, and that's really because they really don't leak out. They can't leak out all that much for one. And then for 2, let's see. Sorry, I just had to restart my my settings there. But for 2, the microwaves are non-ionizing, meaning they don't give you cancer, right? The worst thing microwaves do is just warm you up. You said, I just made a Mark 1.9 Wi-Fi router. Hey, I'm gonna have to move the router outside, clearly. Well, this is wild. I mean, today, usually it's fine, but today it's whack. Everywhere except for YouTube. So YouTube is stealing all the bandwidth, clearly. Just don't stare through the door into the unit. Well, the door is closed stainless steel, so there's no microwaves gonna be leaking, right? So this is metal. The whole container you see is metal. Everything is metal. Microwaves reflect off of metal. They cannot go through metal. So there's pretty much no microwaves leaking from this, right? So since no microwaves leak, and the whole thing is metal, then there's really almost no microwaves escaping, and therefore it's not really a risk at all. The microwave radiation escaping and all that. And even if it did escape, it's non-ionizing, so it's not going to give you cancer, testicular cancer. It'll just heat your nuts up a little bit. And that's the worst that it can really do, right? Yeah, they cook from the inside out. Exactly. Sorry, I have no time to lose. Tell me when you have something to show. I think I have something to show right now. But if you want to see a functioning machine, you're already on YouTube, so you can actually just go and scroll down about a year into my YouTube channel, and you'll see the machine, tons of videos of the machine running. My last machine, which is Mark IV right there. That one had an electrical fire, so we're building the next one, Mark 4.5. How the microwaves generated through this right here. This is a magnetron. And this is what's in every single microwave oven. This is what creates your microwaves, and that's what we mount onto this machine to create the microwaves. Do I have any moderators in the TikTok chat? I've supported you by sharing and donating. I believe in you. But I have to ask, does the Trillionaires Club conflict with the funds donated for the 4.5 version? Does it conflict? No. So anything that from the Trillionaires Club goes here as well. The Trillionaires Club is really for, just like it kind of goes with the book. Because I'm writing the book on how to make these machines, right? But then making these machines, I know from first-hand experience, is more than just the physical skills. It takes the mental and spiritual skills as well and the mindsets to be in. So that's what the Trillionaires Club is for. But yeah, it all goes to the machine, of course, because this is my passion, and I want to see this work. So as you see, we're doing the work, and you guys see every day. Every time you come into the live stream, we have something new on this thing. It's coming very quick together, because I work on this thing religiously. Hey, what's up? Funny videos from Argentina. Much love to Argentina. You keep an extinguisher nearby. Once we start test running the reactor, absolutely. But right now, there's really no fire risk. There's nothing flammable around here. There's, we put compressed air in there. So yeah, there's really nothing. So I tried joining to mod, but it won't load at all. Okay. So TikTok, I don't know. You said you a moderate positive being? Okay. Yeah, I was just asking. So positive being, can you just keep my Cash App pinned in the TikTok chat there? Weird off-topic question, but how do you pronounce my name? I just say X myself, and that sounds like something wrong. So, All right, let me moderate you on the TikTok chat here. There we go. Boom. Okay, cool. All right, so next, what was I saying? All right, so blades, test run. I want to be able to, okay, so we should be able to test run this machine by this time next week. Latest, okay? Now, I already said I work crazy. The blades could be done in 2 days, 3 days potentially. But there's some certain parts I have to order as well. So, you know, I'm going to be realistic with myself. I give it, and this includes the motor on there too, okay? I give it, yeah, until this time next week. Next Saturday, we can actually test run the machine. Because then after I do that, I then have to hook up all the electronics for the magnetron too. And I'm guessing we'll have 1 or maybe 2 of these on there. But the blades will be pretty cool to see too. Just to see it in the machine, see them spinning. You say it looks amazing. I'm at DQ, so I gotta eat. What's up, Giovanni? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Have you figured out a regular, reliable source for plastics in bulk yet? In bulk? Not yet, but in terms of plastics just to run this reactor, I'm just collecting the plastic from my family right now. And so I'm going to have enough when this machine is ready to run. But in terms of in bulk, I can just, you know, I have a lot of different connections to community things like churches and schools. So I can just get that and then be able to run this machine pretty much 24/7 if I really wanted to. Which I'm not going to run it 24/7 because that means I have to be around 24/7 to make sure it doesn't blow up or catch on fire, right? You think you could mount it in a truck? It definitely has to be mounted on a trailer. I mean, this is 9 foot long, almost 9 foot long. I can't wait to see the test run as well. I can't wait especially because we have the glass. That's gonna be so cool because you know up to this point, it's always been you couldn't see anything going on. You couldn't see the fuel being made or plastic even being loaded in really. And these valves are really good, guys. These valves keep this thing airtight. So yeah, once again, thank you all for your donations because that's how we got to this point. That's how we're able to get these valves and all these pipes. Because all these stainless steel pipes, these are like brewery things. And these are ching right here. But we got all the plumbing that we need pretty much. I mean, there's very little plumbing left. This is pretty much the extent of all the plumbing. The only thing left I got to put in there are the collection tanks, right? Where the oils will be collected, where the carbon will be collected. So, for example, guys, let me show you. I did something else too. Okay. Did you see at the end here, the end of the reactor, if you look closely, let's see it, make sure you guys on YouTube can see. Yeah, look closely, guys. You see that at the end? That is where the carbon is going to fall out. We got $20 on Cash App from Graylin Gaines. Thank you, Graylin Gaines, so much for the $20 on Cash App. I appreciate you so much for your contribution to the Project Earth and history. Thank you. So, guys, that is where the carbon's going to come out. This right here, right? This is where you are going to slide under, open your mouth, and then my balls are going to fall in right there, okay? That is where these things are going to fall out. So that way, look, we load plastic into the front, right? And then the blades break it down. Okay, microwaves break it down. The blades move it down. And then by the time it reaches the end, because this thing is so long, it's completely carbon. And then it falls out. So it's continuous. You see? See, guys, we've been talking about this for so long. And you guys see it coming together. And that's what I love. Okay? That's what I've been doing this for years, guys. And that's my favorite thing about it. When I literally sit there and extrapolate an image in my head and talk about it and we discuss it and we talk about the pros and cons, potential problems, and it literally comes together in real life. Okay, I don't know how many of you in here now have been in the past live streams before we started really building like this, but we talked about this, pretty much this exact design you see here, and boom, it's right in the flesh. It feels so good to see something like that, right? Like literally come in the flesh. So, you know, and it's looking so good too. Like honestly, hey, everybody on YouTube, I have a question because you guys on YouTube know all my reactors pretty much. Is this my best looking reactor on YouTube, guys? And anybody else that knows on Instagram or TikTok, tell me. If you guys know my other reactors, my past reactors, is this my best looking reactor yet? Because I would say it is. You know, I would say it is. I would say so. Here's the thing, too. This feed port is up high. Like, I already, to load plastics in, I'm going to have to be on a stool, a step stool, right? So here's the cool thing, though. I can make this thing, if I don't care about how tall it is, I can make this. Everybody's saying, yeah, it's the best looking. Yes, 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 thank you. You said, where do you insert the blades at? In the front where the manway is. We put them up there, that's why we have the manway. To put them in and to maintain them if we have to. Open it up, shove the blades in, and you see this right here. You see this, where these pipes come out? This is going to be where the shaft of the blades are. The shaft of the blades are going to come out of the hole that's already there in the propane tank. Boom, shaft comes out. All this will be off. We're just using this to put the compressed air in now for test. We're going to put a separate port for that. But yeah, the shaft comes out right there. And then we're going to have a motor mounted. See, on Mark IV was not heavy enough. So if I were to mount the motor on the machine itself, like, it would probably tip the machine. This thing is heavy enough to hold its own weight. So I will literally mount the motor and the gearbox right here, and it'll be fine. So, let's see. You said applewood? Wait, what are you asking about applewood? We can't put wood in the machine. You said, where are the microwave components? The microwave components are on this side right here. I gotta move it over. Oops. You said, what is it? It's a plastic interfuel reactor that uses microwaves. So you see that box right there? That box right there is the first magnetron that has been mounted. A magnetron is what actually produces the microwaves. This is one right here. I got it from a microwave oven. You guys know we were going through the hunt of microwaves, collecting a few microwaves. Hey, do I have any moderators in my TikTok chat? So yes, that's the magnetron right there. You said, is it lagging on TikTok? Yeah, so it's lagging for you guys. Is there any possibility for doing it rotate? You said, how do you do the charge discharger? It's the blades. The blades are 2-in-1. The blades move the plastic, but they also discharge the carbon. You said, what about hydraulics? Yeah, I mean, it could be pneumatically controlled or hydraulically controlled. I'm doing pneumatics because that's what I had access to. That's what I was able to find. You said the last one was rusty. Well, you guys need to remember the last one was rusty because I had an electrical fire and had been sitting outside for a year. But when I made it, it was pretty. It was silver. But that's why I said, like, the people that remember when it was built. Because yeah, of course. Right now it looks like something from Mad Max. Can you use vibrations to get full penetration and mixing possibilities? Yeah, that is a potential thing. That is potential. In fact, something that I am kind of worried about is when we load the plastics in here, what happens if they don't fall down? Because it's going to be shredded plastic, right? But if they have any moisture, they might clump up. And what happens if they don't fall down? Because I have to, it's not like I can just take a stick and prod them around. I can in a way, but only to a certain degree, because if this valve has to be closed, so I can't push them in to the machine or else things will be leaking. So I'm thinking about that. The good thing is this, right? I can make this as tall as I want. Okay? And another thing too is when this first valve at the bottom is open here, because this machine will be under some pressure, it's actually going to shoot a little bit of pressure up into the plastic, which might like make it shoot up and then come back down and fall into the machine. So we're going to see when we get there. I have a plastic shredder on the way, so we'll actually be able to do those tests. That's why I'm like, I should build the blades, because if I get plastic, I get my plastic shredder and put the plastic in the machine, and I have a microwave, and I get the blades. The machine is pretty much functional completely. It's just really, really low power. But once I add the more and more magnetrons, then it'll be where it needs to be. So yeah, guys, we're very close. That's all I'm gonna say. And the only reason why it's gonna take pretty much a month from now or a month and a half to finish this is just because of how long it takes to build the last few things we need to build. It just takes so long, and I'm working literally straight 5-6 hours on these things, and they still take time. Will the blades be twin types? No, just a single blade. If you mount it on a truck, can the reactor fuel the vehicle while it's being powered up? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't think so, because if you mounted this reactor on the truck, it wouldn't be big enough to be efficient enough to be able to power the truck and the reactor at the same time. Right? I don't think it'll be efficient enough. That's why I said the only ones that probably could do that would be ones that are mounted on boats, because then they could be huge and be so efficient. They produce so much that they can run the boat and the machine at the same time. Yeah, it's okay. It's Zai myself. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Because yeah, X myself does not sound good. How about a magnetron that pre-treats the plastic for better flow? So pretty much like preheating the plastic. Well, that's possible, but that would just add a whole bunch of. I just don't think it's necessary, and I'll tell you why. The reason we use microwaves to begin with is because microwaves, they just boom, instantly heat up and break down the plastic. There's very little delay with the microwaves. You don't even need to preheat it with microwave. Now, when you do regular pyrolysis, yeah, you got to. But with microwave pyrolysis, you don't have to preheat. The microwaves are just boom. You know, think about it. Think about it, your oven has to preheat. Does your microwave have to preheat? No. It's just there. It's the same thing here. So I don't think that will even be worth all the engineering headache it would take to figure out how we could mount magnetrons up here. And to those of you that are more mechanically inclined and you ask the question, okay, we open this valve to load plastic in, plastic falls down here, open this valve, so we close this valve at the top, so that way it's sealed, open the next valve, plastic falls down. Now when I want to load in more plastic though, there's a whole bunch of pyrolysis gas in here, or crude oil vapor in here. What are we going to do? How are we going to get that out? Well, I'm going to have a vacuum port on this. So then I just turn on my vacuum. It's going to suck out that pyrolysis gas. And I'm going to figure out what I want to do with that. Guys on YouTube, what do you guys think? Okay, so anybody that understands where I'm going, right? What I'm saying pretty much is, so in this machine, plastic is broken down with microwaves and turned into crude oil vapor, right? Crude oil vapor. And that vapor goes into pipes and is condensed to then get the liquids out, right? And some of the vapors never condense. They're permanent vapors, and it's natural gas pretty much, right? So when we load plastic in, boom, and we have this closed off, in this section of pipes, there's going to be some of that gas that's still in there, right? That natural gas. Even some oils that'll still be in there. I'm saying I'm going to suck it out, so that way when we open this valve to load plastic in, we're not going to pollute it, right? And release that in the air. But I'm saying when I suck it out, what can I do with it? Because I obviously can just put it into a bladder or something, but, you know, I got to think like what, because that's unfiltered. You know, what I was thinking is I could actually use that gas to push out the oxygen in the reactor. Kind of just recycling as many things as possible. I don't know. I also could just flare it too. That might be the most environmental way to keep it, but I'll see. You should use a compressor to pull pyrolysis gas in between the valves back into the reactor. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Use it to I could put it back into the reactor. That's true. I could put it back into the reactor. That would be technically the best thing to do, because then it would go through the filters I have and everything if I put it back into the reactor itself. But that might be more difficult to do, and kind of scary too, because you're going to be putting more pressure into this thing that already has pressure. Are you finished? Unfortunately not. I know it looks like it is. It's almost there, but we still have about almost a month. Oh, and then guys, you know what I forgot too? When we finally build all of the magnetrons and the blades, I still have to build all the electronics boxes. Oh my lord. And that's 12 of them. Oh god. That's already hurting my head just thinking about that. Oof, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. I mean, I'm gonna do it, of course, but I was just saying, like, because I see the finish line, but you're not gonna have a finish line unless you have the electronics down right. Because without the electronics, you're not gonna have the microwaves run, right? You know, you gotta have them heated and cooled properly. Just all that nonsense. Okay, so yeah, definitely have a month and a half left of this project. Don't let how it looks fool you, because it's looking good. It's close on a mechanical level. Everything that's on the machine itself is almost done. But what you won't see is this, well, you will see it, but what you don't think about, that I had to think about, is the gigantic electronics cabinet drawer that I have to build to provide the power for all of the microwaves. And I have to make it safe, and I have to make it, you know, self-cooling properly, and just a lot of stuff that I have to do that I already have to be thinking about now. because, you know, that's the truth of the matter. The good news is this, though. Once again, kind of going back to like the blades and stuff. As I'm building that box, we can test run this thing every day, because I can build the box and just have one transformer out of 12, and I can still run it with just one transformer out of 12. I can have 2, 3, you know, blah, 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 whatever. Zach, thank you for the badge on Instagram. I appreciate you. Zach, the BLK. I appreciate you for the badge on Instagram so much. So don't rush, take your time. Yeah, here's the thing. Because I'm not rushing, but I'm excited, right? I want to see it run. I want to see it work. I want to test run it. So, you know, I'm working at an unprecedented pace, right? But I'm also working within reason, because obviously, I mean, even when it rains, I can't do much when it rains. I mean, I don't have this in a shed or something. When it rains, this is the whole day off pretty much, because, you know, I ain't going to weld when it's wet out here, right? So ultimately, what we're going to have to do is, you know, maximize as much time as possible. And that's why I said it's going to be, you know, mid-May. It could be mid-May, or it could be early June. By the time this, now I think it personally will be June by the time it's completely running. I think that we'll be test running it pretty soon, and then it'll be like at a point where it's closer and closer to being done by the mid-May. But I think it'll be completely to the point where it's done and set up and everything by June. Wyatt, thank you for the badge on Instagram. Wyatt17. How many amps do you need? So it's going to be, we're going to put 12 on there, but I think we're only going to be running 8 at once. But how many amps is that? Oh, shoot, I forgot how many amps this thing pulled when we had 3 running. But I do know that each of these magnetrons is going to be about 1 kilowatt hour of draw. So, you know, you do 12, that's 12 kilowatt hours. So, you know, we're going to have some generators to run this thing for sure. Yeah, this is the plastic into fuel reactor. Microwave plastic into fuel reactor, Mark 4.5 right here for everybody that just joined in. You said every time you load plastic, you will introduce O2. No, that's not true. And I'll tell you why, because I'm going to vacuum it out. The same vacuum port we're going to use to vacuum out the gases, when I load plastic in, it's going to suck all the oxygen out. So we're not going to load in any O2, because trust me, I don't need any explosions. Thank you, Telly, for the heart on TikTok. Thank you so much. I will need a generator, because this thing is going to pull as much power as a house consumes. So I'm going to need a big old beefy generator. I want a generator anyway, because then I want to do the test of running the generator off of the products the machine produces. You see, that's really cool. So keep inspiring the kids. Your work is doing more help than you know. Thank you so much, Michael. I sure will, man. That's what I'm here to inspire above all else. Honestly, guys, I'm telling you now. That's what I want to do above all else, because I'm a single person. I have my limitations, but if I can inspire, we can truly have no limits and go and spread the message of what, you know, the journey is for this type of technology. We can really spread that, what that is. That's the key. Not the machine, but what it means, okay? Energy liberation. Believing in yourself. Not needing a certain certification or qualification to get dirty and just go try something. Be a risk taker, perseverance, you know, it blows up, catches on fire, you keep going anyway. That's what we want to do, because then anything that anybody does will be successful. If you have that same type of, and it will work in time. And that's facts. Hey guys on Instagram, you guys want to come in and ask questions, I'll let you in. Same on TikTok, you guys want to come in. You said we got a huge offer for you, Danier. Okay, you can send me an email, business@naturejab.com. I saw this channel recently. The change between the reactor from just 2 weeks ago to what I see is so impressive. You must have encouraged. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna say anything about myself, but I will say I work hard on this thing. You know, because think about it. This is not just my project. This is our project. You guys literally donate because you believe and you want to see this work just as much as me. So I almost feel inclined, like it's a responsibility to get this out there ASAP. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing.
It's blessed to hear, man. I have a quick question for you, man. I'm just always curious, like, how long is the process from start to finish, from the initial time you put the plastic in to the end where you get your final product? How long does that process take you?
So on my Mark IV behind me, it was 5 hours. But this machine is going to operate continuously, meaning that there is no time. Like, it's until you want to stop it and turn it off, right? So what happens is as soon as the plastic goes in there and the microwaves hit it, it's immediately starting to break down in terms of all of the products, right? It depends on how much plastic you load in to know how long that amount will take. But like I said, my last machine, when it was at full capacity, took 5 hours.
Okay. Well, that's great, man. I was just always curious to see how efficient it was going to be. So that's a good answer, man. I like that.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. You have a good one.
You as well. Thank you guys very much for the badges and for the donations on TikTok. Anybody that does want to donate, we do have the Cash App pinned in the chat. I appreciate any and all donations that go to the project, and it helps so much. You won't be putting more pressure in the reactor because it's the same pressure that got reduced when the gas expanded in the space. That's true, but you have to remember, myself, that there's pressure always being built in the reactor at every single moment because the plastic is always being turned into vapors. So that pressure that it lost will go right back up in seconds. So we will be putting more pressure in for that little bit of time. And I don't know if that'll even be worth doing, especially because if I use a compressor and there's any type of oxygen in my compressor and I accidentally push oxygen into this thing, it will literally be a bomb. There's like no way around it. It will. Will you sell blueprints of the project? Yes. My book. But my book is not gonna have blueprints of this one or Mark IV. Okay. I will make a later, more detailed, because these are way more complex machines. I will have simple blueprints in my book for simple machines that if you have basic welding experience you can build, and I also have a machine that you don't even need welding experience to build in there. Okay. But these complex machines, these are going to be their own book. You know, because I had fires and explosions with these more complex machines. And I want to make sure everybody stays safe. But yes, the goal is always open source. Let everybody know how to do it. Props to you, crazy respect. Thank you, Huey. And you guys want to come in and ask questions, you can come in on the Instagram. I'll let you in. How much crude oil generated per pound of plastic? My Mark IV reactor was 20 pounds to a gallon. 20 pounds to a gallon. So a 20th of a gallon to 1 pound. Good point. However, it's not a lot of pressure considering the volume. Yeah, it won't be a lot of pressure. I just want to make sure I do that right, though, to make sure I don't push in oxygen. I gotta have a lot of safety things in place, because imagine if all the reactor is fine, everything works amazing, and my compressor, I have a seal goes out, and I just literally just pump in pure air, like, and then the machine is fine, but then it explodes because of that, malpractice. That would just be a shame. We'd be building on stream, and if so, when should I come back? I will not be building on this stream, no. In fact, I usually don't really build on stream anymore, because when I start welding or anything, it's so loud and kind of boring. Almost everybody leaves anyway, but I always record me building, so it's always gonna be uploaded to YouTube every time, so you'll be able to find it there. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start construction of the blades, guys, because I do not think they're gonna take that long. I really don't, and I really do want to just do some test runs, and because we need to do test runs anyway, because we need to make sure that what I have right now not only like looks good and functions in theory, but we need to really function, and we need to we just need to make sure we have everything sealed, and a lot of other types of little things that we need to see as we go, so we can know we need to make certain adjustments. So, we're going to do those blades. See you, man. Good luck. Thank you, Huey. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your support. Yeah, we're gonna start the blades hopefully tomorrow, but the forecast says it may rain tomorrow, so we'll see on that one. But yeah, it's looking really good. Let's see from a different angle, from the side angle. The side profile is mad in it. It's a cold side profile there. It's just huge, you know. It's a huge machine. And once again, thank you guys so much for your donations, because all these pipes that you see, it was all you guys, and the valves and all of that, you know. So, wait, there was really a solar flare today. Is that what you guys says is the bad internet? It really was a solar flare. So it looks like a bong. Utilities here when it's running. True. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll be going live again tomorrow. There's some other things that I'm gonna be working on, and we'll start the blades as well. Thank you so much for stopping by, and you guys stay blessed.